Hey guys, it's Jason here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the video. Today we are getting back out with the Traxxas Max Slash. Now I have been trying my hardest to make a positive video with this truck, or at least after the first few runs. So the first few runs of the truck, when I was just using it on a field, I had an absolute blast and I love the truck. Unfortunately, once I started trying to jump it or get it all technical with it, it just did not perform. So today we're doing something completely different. We're running the Proline Badlands 3.8. So the last video I had run the Method RC belted Terraforms, the ones that are for the Mojave 6S. Those tires have improved a few trucks over the years, especially when it comes to things like air control. Even though they're a belted tire, they still really help. Like I ran them one time on my Typhon, and again, it really helped with the air control. So I was hoping that that was going to happen with the Max Slash, and unfortunately it didn't. So running these 3.8s, for those that don't know, they're obviously a lot bigger than the stock tires. They're going to weigh a little bit more. They're not belted. Hopefully this is the answer that this truck needs to make it fun. Hopefully it changes the behavior of this truck. Now, one other quick thing I want to cover in this video before we get out is just what I've changed and what should have been changed. So what needs to be changed, I guess, is the better way to put it. So stock ESC is the VXL6S. It's over there. Garbage. I went to a Max 8. Now, for a while, I was running the Max 8 with the stock motor. That was okay, but I did have this 2060 4082 can kicking around. It was brand new. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to throw that in. And it did help, guys. It's got a lot of power. We're running a 25 tooth pinion, Robinson Racing pinion, with a Hot Racing 46 tooth spur. So that guy should be, hopefully guys, that works out. And hopefully my mesh is good, because I've been having a really hard time getting the pinion and spur to sit well together. They have the one pin, and then they have the two screws, and I don't know what it is, but I just seem to go through spurs on this truck. I've tried all the different positions, just pull the pin out, put it into another hole, drop it down. No matter what I do, I just cannot seem to get a nice mesh. Hopefully today works out better. I've got the AGF RC servo in here. So this thing, guys, is a beast. I'll leave a link to it in the description. Definitely changed the steering characteristics of this truck. My stock one, it just burnt out after I think the second or third run. One thing that I think is a really good idea with this truck, so I have the Trio bell cranks, and then I added in the Hot Racing 25 tooth servo horn. Now, the horn comes with the aluminum horn, and where'd it go? Right there. An aluminum arm, but I did leave the plastic arm in. And if you're going to do this, you have to make sure that you're ordering the one for a standard size servo and not the one for the Traxxas servo, because they are two different things. They almost kind of look the same when you're looking at the pictures, but you just have to make sure that you're ordering the standard 25 tooth servo horn. Definitely, guys, again, I think that's a good idea, because I was just destroying servo horns every time I took this truck out. I have the Trio C-hubs and steering knuckles. I had issues on my Max with some of the screws kind of backing out and stripping, so that's why I went with the aluminum ones on there. Garage Life RC bits all over the place. So we've got the shock guards. Obviously, guys, in the front, you don't get as much debris, but on the back, these definitely help. Keep your shock shafts a lot cleaner and all that kind of stuff, so you're not going to get a bunch of pitting on the rods either. Garage Life RC Max 8 ESC mount. Garage Life RC battery tray, well, adapters. Obviously, guys, the tray is still the same, but you change out these pieces, throw a Velcro strap on, and then you can kind of put in any battery you want. So whether you're putting in a, taller 6S or even something a little bit lower, you won't have to worry about it. And I would say, guys, that's, I think, about it. So again, cover the Trios parts. I've got the rear hub carriers as well in there, the aluminum ones. But either way, guys, that's just kind of a brief sort of what's been going on with my Max Slash, what I've changed. And again, guys, to me, the big things are the servo, because I burnt my stock servo in no time. Going to the Max 8 is just a lot better control than the VXL6S. And the steering, I think between the aluminum bell cranks and this Hot Racing servo horn, I definitely think, guys, that would be something that should have been improved on the truck. And if you're kind of taking this thing from stock and you're looking at what you want to do to it, again, those are the parts, guys, that I think needed improvement and that I changed out. But either way, we're going to head up the street and we're going to see if the Badlands help this truck. I've right from the beginning said, oh, I'm not going to give up on this truck. I'm not going to give up on this truck. I'm going to make it fun, because it was awesome those first few times I had it out. but I'm starting to lose a little bit of momentum here, guys. I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith that I can ever make this truck good. All right, guys, so we're up at the top of my street. We've got the ramp set up. Now, like I mentioned, guys, at the beginning of this video, this is not going to be a hardcore thrashing session or anything like that. I just want to see if after everything, we've made the Max Slash drivable, fun, and if I can actually find a place for this truck. Because up till now, it's just had nothing but non-stop issues. And I've been trying to find out, does this thing, you know, if I kept it, is it fun? Will I want to drive it? Anyways, that's what we're going to figure out today. Now everything is kind of gummy here, which is probably good. We've gotten a lot of rain overnight, so I think that'll help with being up here, because I mention all the time, guys, this is like really fine, so it usually is very slippery. Okay, we got some wheelie action. Yeah. All right, so far, guys, the Max Slash seems to be liking the 3.8-inch Badlands. Again, I know I'm only a couple of minutes in, or even that, if even that, but all right. Feel like I should have gone someplace larger. Yeah. I think that was just the wheelie bar. Wow, this thing's ripping. Yeah. All right, guys, so far this is positive. Sorry about the wind, nothing I can do about that. I'm getting a little bit of sputter, maybe possibly, guys, running these 3.8s with this gearing might be a little bit too much, so possibly going maybe back to the 52 spur. I'm trying to remember what pinion I have in here right now, if it's the 25 or the 26. I'll have to double check that, because you can see right there, once we've got it open, it's fine. All right, guys, so here comes, we're gonna do the big test, and we're gonna do this very carefully, because I do want to keep enjoying this truck while I'm up here, because I'm actually having fun with it. Whew. There's a pretty interesting noise there, and I don't know, I thought maybe it was the rocks, but I have a feeling that maybe, possibly, maybe I've stripped another tooth. I don't know. Like I said, guys, we're going to start off small and we're going to work into it. It's also, like I mentioned, super wet out here. Okay, we gotta do something with the brakes still. And this body. I feel like if I chopped, that's kind of the wrong word, but cut this out right here, that way it wouldn't get stuck always in front of the bod, like the bumper. I don't even know if you guys saw that, but I was referring to this, kind of like the grill of the body. What did we lose there? Oh no, the wheelie bar. We no longer have a wheelie bar. But the truck is still running. Again, I had to tap reverse, guys, to get that front end down, but better having that extra weight and the tires is helping. I have to literally like almost double tap it. And we've got to do something about that. I don't know if I just need more brake or if it's now just a gearing thing. It doesn't sound good though, guys, unfortunately. There's a tooth somewhere. Come on. Yeah, but you know what? I don't even care. I'm gonna keep running this, guys, for now, for a bit, until it's done, because whatever I broke is broke. If it lets me. Oh, yeah. We're not going to get much more out of this. I'm definitely not going to do any more jumps. Oh, yeah, we're done. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to see you back on the bench. However, I think we're getting somewhere. All right, guys, we've got the truck home. It's back on the bench. It's all cleaned up. And today at least showed a little bit of hope. The truck was a lot more fun to rip around. It was a lot more controllable. You could really put the power down, especially when you were kind of like in corners or just trying to drift a little bit. You could see the wheelies almost on demand. And unfortunately, we didn't really get to spend a lot of time jumping the truck and testing the air control because unfortunately, we destroyed another spur. Now, the problem with this truck is you have the pin system and you have one pin. Then you have two screw holes. So you have two screws coming through. You have an aluminum motor mount which screws into another piece of plastic. So everything from underneath is plastic and then into plastic. And I don't know if that's part of the problem or not. I would love to see kind of a whole new setup from somebody from an aftermarket company where basically everything is kind of like aluminum and you're going metal into metal so that this actually stays secure. Because again, guys, I don't know what the issue is. I don't know why I keep eating through spurs. And these are quality spurs. They're hot racing. And I think I've ran GPM in here as well. And their new stuff, guys, is good also. So I have no idea what's going on. But again, overall, guys, it was better. And I've got a little bit of hope for it. However, saying that, yeah, I'm not even going to be around the bush anymore, guys. The Max Slash is a turd. It is without a doubt the worst RC to ever be released. It trumps anything that's ever come out because it just doesn't do anything well. And even after you spend time, tuning time, money, all that, you're still left with something that is not great. And when I look around this room right now, guys, MT10, better truck. Synchro 4, better truck. And I'm trying to eyeball things that are close to the same price. Heck, this thing, guys, in Canada, so I'm assuming the States too, is close to the same price as a Kraton 6S EXB RTR version 2, which would clobber this truck in every way. And I know people are going to be like, well, actually, no. Most of you guys are cool. There's only a few out there that, you know, oh, it's a trophy truck, drive it like a trophy truck. No, we don't need to go over that again. Traxxas themselves drove this thing. They beat the crap out of it in that first video where they were launching it in the skate park and all that stuff. I don't really know how many trucks they probably went through, but either way, yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, guys, for people who like this truck or for people who are interested in this truck, I 100% recommend staying away from it. Stay tuned. There probably will be one last video on the Max Slash where I'm going to spend some more time trying to figure out my gearing, figure out the spur, and go from there. But after that, guys, to be really blunt, I think I'm just going to kind of tear down some of the parts. Some of the, I was going to tear down some of the trio parts and then build a Max. But again, because I've had multiple Maxes and I never liked them, there's not really much point in doing that. So motor, ESC, servo will all come out stock. At least the ESC and motor will go back in. I'll find a cheap servo to put in it. And I'm pretty sure, guys, I'm just going to sell this thing for whatever I can get because I have no real interest in it anymore. I have spent way too much time on it. And I know I've rambled on a really long time, guys, here, but again, I do these videos because I hope that I save somebody the frustration that I've had with this truck. So I hope that somebody that right now that's considering the Max Slash that wants to drive it the way I drive all my RCs goes, you know what? I don't think I want this truck. There's other trucks that I can spend my money on. And on that note, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe and have a great day.